Reggie, right? Cause what does he do, bro? I don't even know. Ain't he like a somebody snitch or informant or police or something? Ain't he like a somebody snitch or informant or police or something?
Russ Poole called it a false flag operation, and I don't see how you could call it anything else, especially if it's true that Reggie Wright Jr. was informing for the FBI and the LAPD. Was he also informing for Vegas? I mean, this is Knight's right-hand guy. 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 And he's straight up snitching to law enforcement.
Phil Carson, I'm a retired FBI agent, and I'm here today to talk about the Tupac Shakur murder and the investigation that followed. Let me speak a little bit about Reggie Wright Jr. Reggie's made it very clear in a lot of interviews that he went from never working for the FBI to working for Dan McMullen, for working for LJ Conley, who was my partner, and that he was an FBI foreman. He was an FBI foreman. He was an FBI foreman. So I'm not saying anything right now regarding Reggie Wright Jr. that he hasn't already said a million times over on a documentary or on a podcast or any type of interview. Yes, Reggie was working with the FBI. Yes, Reggie was working with the FBI. Yes, Reggie was working with the FBI. In this last interview that I did on his podcast, he stated that he only provided information regarding the corrupt mayor of Compton at that time, which is Omar Bradley. Okay, that's a flat out lie. And if anybody believes that that's all that Reggie provided, they're fools. And if anybody believes that that's all that Reggie provided, they're fools. Wake up, people, okay?
And you believe I was involved in
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that you were involved. I didn't say you were not involved.
Okay. I said, but if you do believe that, let me just ask you this.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead, Reg.
Why didn't you ever come knocking on my door and talk to me? You saw the 302s on me before, right? You know that I was an open book, cooperate. Why you never came and just been, hey, Reggie, I want to talk to you about these things.
You want me to?
You know, I knew.
Do you want me to answer? Hold on. Oh, Reggie, if that's your question, do you want me to honestly answer it?
I've done my best to try to help Reggie cover for himself, tell him when to keep his mouth shut, and Reggie just goes on and on and on.
Yes, sir.
You sure? Because I'm trying to protect you from yourself here.
No, go ahead.
Okay. We did talk to you, Reggie, in its document, okay?
Reggie provided a lot of information. He was in a very high-level position of death row records. He was very aware of what we were doing in terms of investigations, numerous investigations on death row records and Suge Knight. We executed search warrants. He helped provide information. Reggie had a game plan, and he made it very, very clear that he wanted to take over death row records. Make no mistake about that.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Yes.
It's the policy of the FBI that we never openly discuss who our FBI informants are, and that's what allows us to have such a good relationship with our informants.
This is what I'm trying to explain to you, Reggie. Whether you remember things or don't remember things, I don't have control over, okay?
Many years ago, the FBI had two classifications of informants. One was called a 137, and one was called a 270. A 137 informant was an informant that was providing information, but they weren't doing it because they were trying to work off, say, a drug arrest or some type of fraud investigation. A 137 could be just a person that was just had a conscience, was trying to do some community, like a community service type thing, just trying to help out law enforcement. We would not provide that person's name. If a judge asked for that person's name, we were not obligated to give it, and we would not give it. And that helped the FBI build a real strong trust. So if somebody came in and said, hey, my neighbor's committing this crime, and I've got young children, and I need something done about it, and I'll do whatever I can to help you guys. We're never going to ask that person to testify. We're never going to disclose who that person is, but we want people to feel comfortable coming to the FBI knowing that it's safe and secure, and we're not going to divulge their identity or anything like that, or where this information came from. That's a 137. That's what Russ Poole was with me. The other kind of informant is a 270. That somebody is, let's say they got caught robbing a bank, and they know about 10 other bank robbers because they helped participate in other bank robberies as a drive-away or something like that, or help try to plan, say, a bank robbery. And so they wanted to cooperate. And for that cooperation, we wouldn't promise them anything, but we told them it's mandatory that you're willing to testify, and then based on the information that you provide, the truthfulness and the results from the information you provided, there's a strong likelihood that they're going to get some type of benefit from, whether a sentence get reduced or whatever the case may be. That's a 270. So it all depends on where you classify, if you're somebody that's trying to work a beef off, or you're just trying to provide information, to cut yourself a good deal, and you're not doing it out of the goodwill of your heart.
You understand that? You understand the distinction between the two, right?
Okay, yeah, got you.
Okay.
I'm not the one who made the rules, my nigga. You feel me? Y'all be acting like y'all mad at me because the rules is looking bad on y'all. Y'all breaking the rules. That's the rules, bro. If you hanging with a rat, use a buster. Use a buster. Use a buster. I didn't make that up. That's here before I was born, bro. That is what it is, homie. I'm just reading the rule book to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I stand on that. Dude's a buster, bro. He's a rat. He told already. So I don't understand why niggas think that something is different, bro. So once you jump out there like that, it is what it is, homie. You feel me? You chose your side, bro. You fuck with rats, bro. A nigga's a buster. He's a buster. He's a buster. You feel me? You speaking up for dude, bro. Fuck her, bro. And it's gonna be like that, nigga.